Imagine for a moment that your entire world is nothing more than a reflection of your mind. Every event, every circumstance, every person you encounter is shaped by your own consciousness. The secret to manifesting faster is not found outside of you, it is within. The great mystery of creation is this: imagination creates reality. Not tomorrow, not in some distant future, but here and now. What you accept as true in your mind will harden into fact. The world bends to the assumptions you hold, yet many struggle because they fail to grasp the power of feeling. To bring forth what you desire, you must move beyond mere thought and embody the state of your wish fulfilled. Ask yourself, how would I feel if my desire were already mine? Dwell in that feeling. Let it flood your being, for it is feeling that impresses the subconscious, and what is impressed upon the subconscious must be expressed in the world. You may look at your current circumstances and say, but this is my reality, and I tell you, it is only the shadow of past imaginings. If you persist in your new assumption, the world will rearrange itself to match your inner conviction. Ignore the senses. They are mere echoes of old beliefs. Do not wait for signs. Do not seek validation. The moment you accept your desire as real, unseen forces begin their work. The world will play its part, events will unfold, and what was once unseen will become tangible. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And if you find yourself trapped in doubt, revise. Each night, before you sleep, replay your day as you wish it had gone. Change the events in your imagination until they align with your ideal reality. In time, your life will reflect this new inner script. The secret has always been this: live in the end. Do not wish, do not hope, assume. Assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, and trust that what is unseen will soon be seen. For he who believes he already has it shall be given unto him. Your imagination is not a mere daydreaming tool. It is the very foundation upon which your reality is built. Everything you experience in the outer world first existed as an unseen reality within you. Every success, every failure, every circumstance is a direct reflection of the ideas you have impressed upon your subconscious mind through imagination. Consider this: the house you live in, the clothes you wear, the relationships you hold, all of them were once intangible. They came into being because someone imagined them, believed in them, and persisted in that assumption until they became visible. The same law applies to your desires. If you can imagine it and fully accept it as real in your inner world, it must externalize itself in your outer world. But imagination alone is not enough. It must be accompanied by conviction. It is not about wishful thinking or idle fantasies. It is about assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, entering into the scene in your mind so completely that it becomes more real to you than what your senses report. The world you see is merely a reflection of past imaginations. If you desire change, you must first change the unseen. Doubt and disbelief are the only obstacles. If you imagine something but constantly contradict it with thoughts of fear or uncertainty, you are undoing your creative work. The secret is to persist, to dwell in the assumption that what you desire already is, even before it appears in the physical world. The moment you stop looking for proof and start knowing it is done, reality must conform to your inner vision. You are always imagining, whether consciously or unconsciously. The question is, are you imagining wisely? Most people allow the world to dictate their thoughts, reacting to circumstances rather than creating them. But when you take control of your imagination and deliberately construct the life you wish to live, you step into your true creative power. Reality is fluid. It is not fixed. It is shaped by the images you hold in your mind and the emotions you attach to them. Understand this, and you hold the key to manifesting anything you desire. Feeling is the gateway between the unseen and the seen, the bridge that connects imagination with reality. It is not enough to merely think about your desire or visualize it as a distant possibility. You must feel it, as though it is already yours. Your subconscious mind does not respond to empty words or fleeting thoughts. It responds only to the feeling of certainty, the deep inner knowing that something is. Every experience in your life is a reflection of the feelings you have dominantly entertained. If you constantly dwell in feelings of lack, fear, or doubt, your world will mirror those emotions. But the moment you shift your inner state and begin to feel the reality of your desire without needing to see external proof, you set an irresistible force into motion. The world must rearrange itself to match the feeling you hold. To manifest quickly, you must assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled and surrender to it completely. How would you feel if your desire were already accomplished? Would you feel relieved, overjoyed, secure, grateful? Do not wait for the world to give you a reason to feel this way. Generate the feeling now. Let it saturate your being as though the manifestation has already occurred. This is the secret that turns the invisible into the visible. Many people make the mistake of allowing their senses to dictate their emotions. They say, "I will feel happy when I have what I want." But this is backward thinking. The truth is, you must feel it before it appears. For your feeling is the cause, and the external world is only the effect. When you persist in the assumption that your desire is already yours, you impress this truth upon your subconscious, and what is impressed must be expressed. Doubt dissolves when feeling takes over. If you can feel the reality of your desire so completely that it no longer feels like something you are reaching for, but rather something you already possess, manifestation becomes effortless. You are not trying to attract something outside of you. You are aligning with the version of yourself that already has it. The moment you embody that state, the world must comply, for feeling is the secret. To live in the end means to assume with absolute certainty that your desire is already fulfilled. It is not about hoping, wishing, or waiting. It is about mentally and emotionally occupying the state of the wish fulfilled now. Most people live in the middle, constantly reacting to circumstances and waiting for proof before they believe. But the truth is, reality conforms to your assumption, not the other way around. The moment you accept your desire as an accomplished fact within, the external world begins to shift in ways unseen to bring it to fruition. Living, in the end, requires a complete shift in identity. You must think from the perspective of the person who already has what you seek. How does this version of you feel? How do they think? How do they act? You must embody these qualities now, without hesitation or doubt. If you desire wealth, do not dwell in the mindset of lack. Think, feel, and behave as one who already possesses abundance. If you long for love, do not see yourself as lonely or incomplete. Assume the feeling of being deeply cherished and fulfilled. The key is to remain unwavering in your assumption, regardless of what the outer world suggests. If you react to temporary appearances, you reinforce the old reality. But if you persist in the unseen truth of your fulfilled desire, the world must eventually reflect it back to you. The only reason manifestations delay is because people shift between believing and doubting, stepping into their new state and then falling back into old patterns of thought. There is no effort in living in the end. It is a surrender, a knowing, a quiet confidence that what you desire is. The moment you fully accept this truth, without the need for external validation, your reality must conform. The world is nothing more than a mirror of your inner state. And when you persist in the assumption that you already are who you wish to be, the mirror has no choice but to reflect that truth. Your senses deceive you. They show you only what has already been manifested, what has already taken form. Based on past assumptions, if you rely on them to confirm your desires, you will remain trapped in a cycle of limitation, reacting to what is instead of creating what will be. The key to manifesting faster is to ignore the evidence of the senses and persist in the unseen reality of your fulfilled desire. The outer world is nothing but a reflection of your inner world. If you look to it for validation, you will find yourself doubting, questioning, and hesitating, undoing the very work you are trying to accomplish. But if you close your eyes to appearances and trust in the reality of your assumption, your desire must take shape in the physical world. Do not be misled by temporary conditions. They have no power except the power you give them through belief. A gardener does not dig up seeds to check if they are growing. He trusts that the process is unfolding beneath the surface. Likewise, you must trust that once you have imagined and felt your desire as real, it is already set in motion, even if there is no visible proof yet. The moment you allow yourself to be swayed by the absence of evidence, you replant the seed of doubt and delay the manifestation. Your job is not to question when or how your desire will appear, it is simply to know that it is done. Walk in the conviction that your assumption is reality, and do not allow the senses to shake you. If you persist in this inner knowing, the world must eventually conform, for it has no choice but to reflect the state you continuously occupy. Faith is the substance of creation, the invisible force that shapes reality. It is the unwavering conviction that what you desire already exists, even when there is no physical evidence to support it. Doubt, on the other hand, is the destroyer of manifestations. It is the force that keeps you tethered to the old reality, causing delays and uncertainty. The speed at which your desires materialize is directly proportional to the strength of your faith and the absence of doubt. Most people waver between faith and fear. They affirm their desires one moment, but then look to the external world for proof. When they see no immediate change, they allow doubt to creep in, unknowingly reversing their own manifestation. But the truth is, the moment you fully accept something as real within, it must be expressed without. The only reason manifestations delay is because people allow their faith to be shaken by appearances. To manifest faster, you must cultivate a deep inner knowing, a trust so absolute that no circumstance can make you question your assumption. Faith is not blind hope, it is certainty. It is the quiet confidence that what you have imagined is already unfolding. Even if you cannot yet see it, you do not need to know how or when. You only need to believe it is done. Doubt weakens manifestation because it shifts your focus back to lack. The moment you question whether your desire will appear, you are reaffirming its absence. But when you hold firm to the state of your wish fulfilled, refusing to entertain contrary thoughts, reality has no choice but to conform. The external world is a mirror, reflecting the assumptions you persistently hold. If you let faith override doubt, your desired reality must solidify before your eyes. Revision is one of the most powerful yet overlooked techniques for reshaping your reality. Every experience you have ever had exists as a memory in your consciousness. And because imagination creates reality, what you mentally accept as true, past or present, continues to shape your future. By revising undesirable events in your mind, you erase their influence and replace them with a new, more favorable reality. Each night before you sleep, reflect on your day. If any event did not unfold as you wished, change it in your imagination. Replay the scene, but this time see it exactly as you would have wanted it to happen. Hear the words you wish had been spoken. Feel the emotions you desire, and accept this new version of events as the only truth. The subconscious mind does not differentiate between what is real and what is vividly imagined. What you revise becomes your new reality. Many believe the past is fixed, but this is an illusion. The past lives on only in memory, and memory is fluid. If an experience left you feeling rejected, hurt, or disappointed, you can revise it so that, in your mind, it unfolded in a way that brought you joy, love, and success. As you persist in the new story, your subconscious will accept it as fact, and the outer world will shift to reflect this new assumption. The power of revision extends beyond personal memories. It can reshape long-standing patterns and beliefs. If you have lived with a sense of failure, revise past moments of struggle into moments of triumph. If you've suffered loss, revise the memory to feel as though you were blessed instead. As you rewrite your past, you free yourself from its limitations and create a new foundation for your future. Time is not linear, it is flexible, responding to the assumptions you hold. When you revise the past in your imagination, you alter the present and future as well. Everything is happening now, and by changing your inner narrative, you change the life unfolding before you. Persist in your revisions, and you will watch reality bend to match your new assumptions. The secret to manifesting faster has always been within you. Your imagination creates reality, shaping the world according to the assumptions you persistently hold. Feeling is the secret. It is not enough to think of your desire, you must embody it, live in its fulfillment, and trust that what you assume as true must externalize. Living in the end means occupying the state of your wish fulfilled, refusing to seek validation from the outer world, and knowing that your assumption is reality. To truly manifest, you must ignore the senses, for they only reflect past thoughts. The moment you stop reacting to appearances and remain faithful to your inner vision, the world will shift to align with your assumption. Faith over doubt is the key. Where doubt delays, faith accelerates. The instant you fully accept your desire as real, unseen forces begin working to bring it into form. And if past experiences seem to contradict your new reality, the power of revision allows you to reshape them, freeing yourself from their influence and setting a new course for your future. Everything you desire is already yours. The only requirement is that you claim it now, with conviction, with certainty, and with the absolute knowing that the unseen must become seen. Reality is your mirror. Assume your wish fulfilled. Persist in the feeling of its completion, and the world will reflect it back to you in divine perfection.